save percentage. 2 of those wins have come against the Blue Jackets this season, but his other numbers tell a much different story. I'll explain what I mean after another break on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Howe over the line to his father, son to father, back into, they score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the great one passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
To Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the great one, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Almost time to drop the puck tonight in Philly. Dylan Tyre with you on the Toyota pregame show, getting set for the Blue Jackets' biggest game of the season. We'll go over the playoff scenario one more time for you. The Blue Jackets have one path to the postseason. They need to beat the Flyers tonight in regulation. They need to win on Thursday. They play the New York Islanders in Columbus. They need to win that game in regulation. And tomorrow night, they need the Montreal Canadiens to lose to the Carolina Hurricanes in regulation. A lot of importance on this game tonight. And I told you before our last break, the Flyers have had a good amount of success against the Blue Jackets this season, going 2-0-1. Sam Ersson, their goaltender, was in net for both of those wins. He'll get the start again tonight, and I'll tell you more about him as we go beyond the numbers with Bread Financial, proud to be the official financial services partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Today's number 33 for number 33. Sam Ersson will get the start in net against the Blue Jackets, and as I told you, he is 2-0 against the Blue Jackets this season. In his career, 3-1-1 against the CBJ. That certainly sounds good, but he's got a 3.31 goals against average and an .865 save percentage in those games, which is decidedly not good. The Blue Jackets definitely need those numbers to tell the proper story on the way to a hopeful victory at the Wells Fargo Center tonight. Before we wrap things up on the Toyota pregame show, let's take a look at the nationwide NHL schedule for the evening. Nationwide is on your side. A handful of other games will start off at 7 o'clock alongside the Blue Jackets and the Flyers. Beginning at TD Garden in Boston, it's the Bruins playing host to the New Jersey Devils. In Buffalo, the Sabres will welcome the Maple Leafs to the KeyBank Center. Then in Ottawa, it's the Senators going at it with the Chicago Blackhawks. 2 games this evening will start at 7:30. First at Amalie Arena, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning playing host to their cross-state rivals, the Florida Panthers. Then on Long Island, the Islanders will battle their Metropolitan Division rival, the Washington Capitals. A couple of games will begin at 8 this evening. First at the Enterprise Center, the St. Louis Blues will welcome in the Utah Hockey Club. Then at XL Energy Center, it's the Minnesota Wild going at it with the Anaheim Ducks. One game will start at 9 o'clock tonight. That is in Calgary. The Flames battle the Vegas Golden Knights. Then the final game this evening will start at 10:30 at Climate Pledge Arena. It's the Seattle Kraken battling the Los Angeles Kings. Up next, though, a huge game for the Blue Jackets, the game of the season. season. They need to take down the Philadelphia Flyers in regulation to keep their Stanley Cup playoff hopes alive. That'll do it for the Toyota pregame show. Again, I'm Dylan Tyre saying thanks very much for being with me. After a quick break, Bob McElligott has tonight's starting lineups and more from the Wells Fargo Center on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
NHL Morning Skate.
December 15th, Vancouver Canucks were in the playoffs. And this is when they had that big controversy going on. So they had to do something about it. And they did do something about it. Well, now they're not in the playoffs. You know what? They're not even really close anymore. This is the most absurd season falling apart. The most disappointing team this season of the 32 are the Vancouver Canucks.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellar. Weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app. Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores! LaFontaine at the blue line here in the fourth overtime, winning the series.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
1992-93, the inaugural season for the Tampa Bay Lightning, had not just hockey fans, but the sporting world paying attention to the Bolts, thanks to a 5'7" goalie from Quebec who is trying out for the team.
The first woman to play professional hockey. There she is taking the ice. Manon Réon.
It was a publicity stunt, they said, orchestrated by Tampa's general manager, Phil Esposito.
I'd be a liar to say that I wasn't using it for publicity, but the fact is she's not bad.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero Gordie Howe for most goals scored.
To Gretzky! Scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky. Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. The world's fastest game.
Under the pass and they score! John Tavares!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
The following is a presentation of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Jackets, tonight from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The National Hockey League presents your Columbus Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers. Welcome to Blue Jackets Hockey. I'm Bob McElligott. Well, the Blue Jackets are still alive in the playoff race in the Eastern Conference, and they are because the Chicago Blackhawks were able to pull out a shootout victory last night in Montreal. So the Blue Jackets, who have now won 4 straight games, need to make it 5. They have to win their last 2. They both have to be regulation wins, and Montreal needs to also lose their game tomorrow night against the Carolina Hurricanes. A lot of what-ifs, and none of it comes to be if the Blue Jackets don't win tonight against Philadelphia. I asked Dean Evison, the Blue Jackets head coach, earlier today if the days off become as stressful as the days of games because you're waiting to see what might happen and if you'll still be in it. He said, that's not a big deal.
What are we going to do? You know, what are we going to do about last night? Of course, we watch and check, and you know, some guys check more, as we've talked about. Some guys watch more, some guys don't. So, you know, at the end of the day, we wake up this morning, we're still alive, and we got an opportunity, and we're going to try to take advantage of it here tonight.
And the reason that the Blue Jackets are back on track, Matthew Olivier thinks it comes down to exactly one thing.
Our desperation and our commitment to playing the right way was huge. Obviously, Jet's been unbelievable. Don't get first star of the week for nothing. So, you know, it's a combination of all those things that really make us the team that we want to be. And so far, it's been producing results. So, we have a tough challenge against Philly tonight. They've been winning some games lately, and they're a young, skilled group. So, you know, they're kind of in a position we've been in the last couple of years, and they can do some damage. So, everything about this is exciting. We're game 81. We're in it. So, very excited.
Well, he's absolutely right on all accounts. The desperation factor is huge for the Blue Jackets, and he mentioned Jet Greaves. being the number one star in the NHL this week. Ever since Greaves got called up prior to last Thursday's game against Buffalo, he has gone 3-0. His goals against average is 1.0, and he had a .968 save percentage in those 3 games last week. That's why he's the number one star. That's why he's leading this team to victory. Another guy that's really been good is Adam Fantilli. 4 goals in the last 2 games, and his line mate James Van Riemsdyk knows exactly why.
It's less about the raw tools, I think, of it. Sometimes it's just about figuring out what works for you and getting comfortable because, again, he has all the abilities and things like that. So he's gotten better and better as the year has gone on. And, again, just all aspects of the game, I think. Not only offensively, you see him dishing out some big hits and playing defensively and really kind of prioritizing some of the details of the game that maybe aren't as sexy. And I think, again, he's been down the stretch for us. Again, just a guy really leading the charge for us.
Well, you heard Matthew Olivier say Philadelphia has been playing better, and they have. As a matter of fact, they have picked up points in their last 3 games, so they'll be looking to play the spoiler here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, which are being brought to you by Kroger. First of all, for the visiting Blue Jackets on defense, it'll be Zach Werenski and Dante Fabro. The wingers are Boone Jenner and Kirill Marchenko, and getting the start at center, it's going to be Sean Monahan. Jake Christensen, Jack Johnson, Luke Cunnin, Jack Williams, Christian Fisher, Yegor Chinikov, Damon Severson, Elvis Merzlikins, all out for the Blue Jackets tonight. Now the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Flyers on defense. It'll be Travis Sanheim joined by Nick Seeler. They are going to go up front with Bobby Brink and Tyson Forster on the wings. Noah Cates is going to get the start at center. Time now to go between the pipes, which is being presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. ADS is a global leader in the production of environmentally friendly solutions to responsibly manage water. At ADS, they are helping the world to manage our most precious resource. And here is the goaltending matchup tonight. It is Jet Greaves. No surprise. Back in net for the Blue Jackets. Appearance number 10 in the National Hockey League this year. His record is 5-2-2. He's got a 2.22 goals against average, and he has a .927 save percentage. Sam Ersson will make the start for the Philadelphia Flyers. This will be his 47th appearance of the year. He is 22-16-5. He's got a 3.14 goals against average and an .882 save percentage. So that's the way these teams are going to start tonight. They are concluding their season series. The Blue Jackets need a win. It's got to be in regulation, and we're about to find out if they're able to do it. The opening faceoff from Philadelphia is coming your way next, right here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Hey everyone, Adney and Burke here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Shores and Islands, Ohio is the Midwest's favorite getaway. This coastal destination boasts 152 miles of Lake Erie shoreline, the best fishing on the Great Lakes, welcoming communities, rich history, and an abundance of attractions for all seasons. It is home to Cedar Point, Kalahari Resort, and the Lake Erie Islands. This year-round destination invites you to discover waterfront eateries, unique boutique shopping, abundant natural areas, breathtaking views, and cozy places to stay. Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. shoresandislands.com.
Blue Jackets and the Flyers set to go here in Philadelphia tonight. The Blue Jackets are wearing their road uniforms. That is the white jersey with the Union blue and red trim, the blue pants, white socks, and white helmets. On the front of that jersey, you'll find the Safelite patch, Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace. The Philadelphia Flyers are wearing their home orange jerseys with a black and white trim, black pants, orange socks, and black helmets for them. The Blue Jackets will be skating from left to right here in the first period. And the officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the National Hockey League, the referees are Jake Brink and Eric Ferlat, and the linesmen are Kyle Flemington and Matt McPherson. Blue Jackets and the Flyers wrapping up their season series. Philadelphia has won 2 of the first 3 games. Philadelphia got a win in this building on December 21st, 5-4 over the Blue Jackets. They also beat the Blue Jackets 5-3 on December 10th at Nationwide Arena, but the Blue Jackets scored a 3-2 win at home over the Flyers back on January the 14th. Sean Monahan wins the opening faceoff for the Blue Jackets, and we're underway as the Blue Jackets try to move it up the left wing boards and into the Flyers zone. Bobby Brink knocks it away, and here come the Flyers with a man driving the net. Shot is blocked by Dante Fabro, and the puck comes off the end boards right to Chet Greaves, who covers it up. Tyson Forster not wasting any time in trying to get that first shot to the net, and as I said, it did get blocked by Fabro. And so the face-off is going to be set up in the right wing circle of the Blue Jackets zone. You can tell just from the opening face-off, the Flyers are here to play tonight, and they're here to be a spoiler at home in their final home game of the season. Puck is sent behind the Philadelphia net. Blue Jackets go in and fish it out. Boone Jenner got hit as he was trying to make a pass, and Tyson Forster takes it away. Outlets it up the left wing side. It's brought into the Blue Jacket zone. No coach trying to get it to the front of the net. It does go off a stick. And Dante Fabro clears it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Marchenko. In on the left wing side. Pulls up, takes a shot, airs it. Makes the save. He didn't control the rebound all that well, but the Flyers will come up with a puck, and they will skate it around, and Noah Cates looking for room to clear. Can't find that room yet. Now
long as we're patient, we're going to get our looks.
Coming up in the second period, a couple power play.
Hit the ice for the second period. Here's Bob McElligott.
Blue Jackets and the Philadelphia Flyers in a 0-0 tie after one period of play here in Philadelphia. Each team also had 9 shots on goal in the first period. There were only 2 power plays. They belong to the Flyers. Well, a tie won't do it for the Blue Jackets. They've got to win in regulation. They have 40 minutes left here, and they would like to put together just a better second period overall. Not that their first period was bad, but they want to be better here in the second period, which is being presented by Fiesel Roofing. Blue Jackets skating from right to left here. Sean Monahan will take the face-off against Noah Cates. That puck is down, and Blue Jackets didn't step up, and so Philadelphia's Bobby Brink will send it into the Blue Jacket zone. Marchenko now chips it off the wall to Boone Jenner. Jenner will lift this back through the neutral zone. Nick Seeler clearing his own end. And the Flyers jamming into the Blue Jacket zone. Werenski will pick it up in front of the net. Zach circles behind the net. Comes up the middle of the ice. Now cuts to his left and puts it onto the stick of Kirill Marchenko. He stands at the red line. Now he'll back it up toward his own blue line and go across the ice for Dante Fabro. Fabro, left wing pass to Sean Monahan. He will put it on Boone Jenner's stick. Jenner leaves it for Werenski. He'll take a shot, and Ersson sticks it over the glass in the right wing corner. And we'll get a face-off that will take place in the left wing circle of the Flyers zone. Blue Jackets looked like they were trying to be a little bit more calculated coming up the ice that time. Trying to get through that Philadelphia defense. Philadelphia's fast. They've got young guys here. They've got guys that are looking to leave a lasting impression. They're trying to, they want to be the future plans of this organization. And if it's not going to be here, they want to be somewhere. So those are the kind of games that you play and you get a chance to make those impressions. Pass to the neutral zone. Blue Jackets have it. Kent Johnson steps across the blue line, feeds Adam Fantilli into the slot. Ivan Provorov, and he puts it back into the crease, and the Blue Jackets, James Van Riemsdyk couldn't get a stick on that. And Philadelphia had him tied up pretty well, to be honest with you. Now turnover by Fantilli, trying to pass it to the blue line, and the Flyers take it away. Matvei Michkov puts it on the left wing side for Sean Couturier. Comes across the ice, Travis Konechny put it in front, and that one goes off a stick and out of play. I think Jet Greaves may have been the one that reached the stick out there. Tipped it away from Michkov. Face-off is now in the Blue Jacket zone. Each one of these goaltenders made at least one big save in the first period of this game. Face-off to be taken by Cole Sillinger. He's going to go up against Ryan Poehling, who's going around and giving some instructions to his teammates before the puck drops. Blue Jackets win it. Poehling going behind the net to challenge Jordan Harris. And the Blue Jackets cannot work that puck out across the blue line. Flyers have it. Oh, now they pass it right to Dmitry Voronkov. He tips it back to Cole Sillinger, who brings it into the Philadelphia zone. Put it down into the far corner, now along the end boards. Voronkov got it back to Olivier. Battles, can't hold on to it. Poehling's got it. He's got Owen Tippett up the ice with him. Poehling comes in on the right wing side, bobbled the puck, so now he stops. Tries to shoot it toward the net. Sillinger blocks it. Now outlets it up the right wing side for Olivier. Matthew Olivier into the right wing circle, coming all the way around behind the net. Put it off the boards to Sillinger, covering at the left point. Takes a shot. That got blocked. Follow-up chance by Werenski, and Ersson makes a save on that. Ryan Poehling got hit with the initial shot by Cole Sillinger, and he is down on the ice. And his teammates are going to help him up. And he's going back to the bench under his own power. So he's Ryan Poehling will shake off that shot block. Looks like it got him on the inside of the left knee. So it just kind of deadened the leg. But he's back on the bench now, and face-off's in the Flyers' end. Monahan wins it to Marchenko. Drops it back to Werenski. Left wing circle with a shot. Save is made. Monahan getting to the rebound initially, and now he Had it knocked off his stick. Fabro gets it to Marchenko with a shot, and the save is made by Ersson, and Jenner there to take an extra swat. The Flyers don't like that, but if you're Boone Jenner, you have to, because Ersson just gave up a couple of rebounds, so you're trying to create one. If he doesn't give up one there, you're trying to create one. But there was the one that Monahan just couldn't get the stick free to take a shot on. Actually, looking at the replay, that shot that was coming in was actually tipped by Boone. He reached out to the side of the net, was standing in front, and he actually put it on net. Here's Fabro now. Big shot, and he scores! Dante Fabro, lock and load! And the Blue Jackets break the 0-0 tie. They're leading 1-0. Again, sometimes it's the unlikeliest of guys. And it's not that Dante Fabro can't score goals. I mean, he does. But he gets overshadowed by Zach Werenski on that pair when it comes to scoring. This time Werenski gives it to him. He just hammers it, and Ersson can't get the glove on it. So Dante Fabro picks up goal number 8 on the year. And it comes just 2 minutes and 32 seconds in. To the second period. Now the Blue Jackets wrist it in from the red line. It comes right in front. Danforth walks in and shoots it on Ersson, who makes the save. Boy, Danforth just went straight to the net. And he was in position for that puck coming off the boards. Now in the neutral zone, Garnett Hathaway will play this back to Jamie Drysdale inside of his own end.
2 minutes, 32 seconds.
Flyers send it up the boards and into the Blue Jacket zone.
Thomas. On the rate of the season, the assist go to Zach Werenski. Sean Monahan.
Sean Monahan got the second assist on that goal. Werenski got the primary assist. Here's Garnett Hathaway on the far wall. Sends the puck down into the corner, goes and picks it up himself. Matejchuk working on him. Zach Aston Reese knocked it free. Nicholas Delorier now with the puck, takes a shot from a sharp angle, and Jet Reeves makes the catch. And now there's pushing and shoving in front. And Hathaway, this is a line you expect that, right? Delorier, Hathaway, they're not out there for finesse. They're out there to get in your face, make things happen. Nice against Delorier. Not yet. Maybe not tonight, but certainly not yet. The face-off will be in the left wing circle of the Blue Jacket zone. Couturier's out to take the draw against Fantilli. Couturier wins it. Here's a quick shot. Hits traffic, bounces right to James Van Riemsdyk. And he will outlet it off the body of Kent Johnson and into the Flyers' end. Johnson goes to get it. Ersson had a plate, but he gave it to Fantilli. To the blue line, Eric Goodbranson trying to shoot it toward the net. Went off the stick and went high. Comes off the glass. Werenski's down in the left wing corner. He's got it. Steps into the circle. Started to lose control of it. Gets it back on the stick. Comes all the way out to the blue line. Plays it off the backhand to the right wing corner. Van Riemsdyk behind the net and over skating is Adam Fan back out to Werenski. One times it and sent it wide. Out the left point. Goodbranson with a shot. Tipped in front by Van Riemsdyk, but it missed the net. JVR's got it again. Steps out in front. Off the end board. Stopped by Ersson. Puck comes over to Goodbranson. Voronkov, it goes off his stick. Owen Tippett leaves it for Ryan Palin. He stops. Puts it back to the blue line. Andre trying to get a shot, and he got it forced wide. Got it back out to Palin. Now to the blue line. And the Flyers walk it down the pipe. Take a backhanded shot. That's an easy one for Jet Reeves. He makes that save. The backhander cut by Igor Zamula. And now it's going to be carried out by Cole Sillinger. Up the right wing side into the Flyers zone. Tries to play it down low. And Voronkov was there. Gets knocked away from him. Olivier and Voronkov trying to team up and get it back, but Palin's got it for the Flyers, and he will send it to Owen Tippett. Up the right wing side. It gets by Tippett. Matejchuk will just flip it over to the far corner, allowing Werenski to go in there and get a stick on it. Back to Matejchuk it comes. Flying around him is Kirill Marchenko. So he gives him that puck. Marchenko gets it back to Werenski in the Flyers zone. On the right wing side, it's Monahan. Jams.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Chevrolet, proud sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets, offering a family of top-shelf SUVs, each one delivering a hat trick of comfort, convenience, and undeniable value. They're Chevy Trax, where desirable meets affordable with advanced safety and loads of tech. The versatile Trailblazer, get impressive capability to conquer the day. And the all-new 2025 Equinox, completely reimagined with dynamic style and practical dependability. Check them out at your Central Ohio Chevy dealers today.
Hey everyone, Adney and Burke here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch this movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time to purchase your ticket plan for the 2025-26 season. You can choose the games that you want. You can choose the seats that you want. You take advantage of flexible payment plans as well. Get bonus tickets for friends and family. Find out all about it by going to BlueJackets.com/ticket plans.
Three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America.
Blue Jackets, 1-0 they lead. Dante Fabro, the lone goal of the game. Flyers win the faceoff in the neutral zone. Send the puck down behind the Blue Jackets net. Jet Greaves will leave it for Ivan Provorov. Provorov plays it out to the neutral zone. And backing up inside of his own end is Igor Zamula for Philadelphia. Put it up the left wing boards. Now they get it ahead to Owen Tippett. Tippett has it stripped off his stick. Nice play there by Denton Matejchuk. Blue Jackets throw a long pass up the ice. It goes off of not only Voronkov, but also off of the Flyers. And that means there will be no icing call. And now the Blue Jackets in a delayed offside situation, so they have to reset. Philadelphia's got the puck. Paling will lift it in the air, drop it to the Blue Jacket zone. Flyers wanted to do that to finish off a line change, and that's what they have done. Werenski, long pass up the right side, finds Olivier. Turns toward the boards, sends the puck down along the end boards behind the net. The Flyers will get to it there. Sean Couturier. Travis Konechny. Now Matvei Michkov across the ice. And Travis Sanheim will flip it in. He gets it to Konechny's stick. And right there is Zach Werenski to put the body on him. Puck came free, but Michkov has it. And a great stick lift from behind by Marchenko. Now Monahan's got the puck in the neutral zone. Puts it on the ice. Comes across to the left side. And there's Zach Werenski. He'll just fire it in from the red line. He had no other play. And Nick Seeler goes to the far corner and gets hit by Monahan. Jars the puck loose. And the Flyers are going to get it back. Monahan tried to get it to Marchenko, and Philadelphia just had a bunch of sticks in the way there. And they're able to break that up, force the Blue Jackets back into their own end. 10.5 minutes to go here in period number 2. Blue Jackets leading 1-0. Boone Jenner tips the puck behind the Flyers net. Harrison puts it on the far wall. The Flyers clear it out to the neutral zone, and now they've got it. Forster on the left wing side of Couturier. Back across. Sanheim with a shot save made. The rebound comes right back to Jet, and it's still bouncing around to the side of the net. The Flyers can't find it. Now they do, and they go to the left wing circle with a one-timer, and there's a save made by Jet Greaves. Tyson Forster with it again. Comes over to Bobby Brink. Brink coming around behind the net. Had his stick lifted. He'll chase it back down. He's out near the blue line now, across for Cam York. The Blue Jackets had a chance to play it and didn't. Now it's Brink down into the corner. Leave it for Couturier. Back to the blue line. Drysdale's out there and he has it knocked away. And here comes Kent Johnson. But he lost control of the puck and then he spins out. And the Flyers bring it back. Brink to the high slot. One-time shot missed as Forster couldn't get it on target. Blue Jackets are under pressure here. And they flip that puck free to the neutral zone. Johnson will settle it down. Kent pass through the legs to Fantilli. Powers it to the net. And Harrison makes a save. Now the puck is loose, and he's just going to cover it up with 9:22 left. in the second period. I'll tell you what, the Blue Jackets, talk about weathering the storm there. The Philadelphia Flyers had a puck. It was bouncing all over the place. It went off the post. It went from one side to the other side, but when it's all said and done, it's still a 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets here on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
The NFL Draft is coming, and the place for the latest information is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This guy's decision-making is impressive.
Our experts will tell you what your team needs.
They've got to get better around Geno Smith.
And which players will make an impact.
Cleveland, they might already say the number one's going to be Ward, so we got to be prepared. Who do we like it to the most?
SiriusXM NFL Radio gets you ready for the NFL Draft on Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it. In the game they're calling the Winter Classic. Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Blue Jackets have one home game remaining in this regular season. It's coming up on Thursday night, and it's presented by Advanced Drainage Systems. The first 5,000 fans will receive the official Blue Jackets team poster, and you can buy your tickets right now. I mean literally right now by going to BlueJackets.com. But the Philadelphia Flyers had a great push and a great opportunity just before the break. Now they come out of the break with a puck and they get it into the Blue Jacket zone. Jet Greaves steps out and plays it. Didn't get it out of the zone. Flyers Owen Tippett has it. Comes around behind the net, shoots it high, and it goes off Greaves and out of play. Owen Tippett's trying to find the top of that net. You know, when you look at Jet Greaves, he's listed at 6 foot. I think it's a generous 6 foot. You can find openings to the naked eye. The problem is when you go to shoot the puck, those openings are not the same because of the athleticism of the Blue Jackets goaltender. Once again, Philly with the puck, and they take a long shot. Greaves can find this one. He makes the glove save, and he holds on. And he'll set up and do it again. Danforth facing off against Paling. Danforth pulls it back. Provorov comes behind the net, up the near side for Zach Aston-Reese. He'll put it through the neutral zone. It's an icing call. He put it out there hoping that Justin Danforth could get to it, and I also think that he felt that he didn't push it far enough that it would be an icing call, but that puck just kept on going. So everybody will line up in the same position, see if Danforth can win another draw here. And he does. Provorov this time has to rim it around and out to the red line. That's where it's going to be pulled in by Igor Zamula. Flyers Ryan Paling across the ice. Gave it away to Danforth. Zamula gets it back and finds Owen Tippett. And Tippett drags it around Matejchuk. Comes in with a backhanded shot, but he missed the net. Give Matejchuk a lot of credit. He got turned the wrong way, and he got back into that play. Tippett was going backhand. That's all he had. Now Sean Corrali intercepts the Flyers pass inside of the Blue Jacket zone. Just turns and hands it back to Ivan Provorov. Both teams are going to start to change here. Blue Jackets come back with Cole Sillinger's line. Then Matejchuk has the puck and he goes up the right side for Dmitry Voronkov. He'll pitch it toward the net. Harrison gloved it and then he dropped it and then he gloved it again. Well, he pinned it to the ice the second time with the glove. I think he was going to play it away and then he saw Cole Sillinger coming in there like a fast. It didn't connect. Isn't that ironic? And now here comes Kent Johnson back up the ice. Gets pinched off down in the right wing corner and just dumps the puck behind the net. The Blue Jackets have to finish the change, and they will. Igor Zamula with the puck inside of his own zone for Philadelphia. Walks it up to the blue line, looks to the right, now just gets center red, dumps it in. Greaves goes behind the net. He holds it, he tries to play it out, and he'll get some help. JVR gives it to Adam Fantilli. On the right side, Kent Johnson takes a pass. Johnson lost it, pulls it back off the board, jams it across the ice to Werenski. He fires it, and he missed the net. And the puck will go all the way down the ice. Greaves will just wait for it to come into the trapezoid and set it up for Dante Fabro. Under a minute to go in the period. Flyers are going to be aggressive. They have been. As Fabro sends the puck all the way down the ice, right on to goal. And now Sanheim will send it back the other way. Greaves lets it come right in there, draws two men in, plays it ahead to Fantilli, give it to Jenner. Now looks on the left side, and here's a turnover. The Flyers have it. Fantilli backing up as Forster has got the puck. He gets it over to Sanheim. Sanheim, still a lot of time left in this period, can't get it in front. Here's Bobby Brink. Has it stolen by Fantilli, who breaks a stick trying to clear it around the boards. Paling out at the blue line. Drops it off. Drysdale across the ice. That one's knocked away by Provorov, but again, the Flyers keep it in the zone. Here's Drysdale looking. Back to the blue line. Long shot off the body. And Marchenko will get the puck. He clears it off the boards. And can you believe it? That's going to be right on goal. And there's no icing as the period comes to an end. Oh, my goodness. This, you talk about ebbs and flows. This has been, the game has been a roller coaster ride, let alone the whole in the playoffs, out of the playoffs, being a roller coaster ride. I mean, this is something. What has gone on here so far in this 40 minutes of hockey? Blue Jackets enjoy the lead right now, and hopefully it's something they can hold on to through the third period of this game. But, there's Scott Ford. I was just listening. I was just going to ask if I had you, Scott. Hey, thanks. This game, what is it like from the bench? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm watching this game, and I just said it's like a roller coaster. It's up and it's down. It looks like you're in trouble. You dodge bullets all over the place, and you picked up 2 goals in that period. What's your feeling on the bench?
Yeah, no, it's been back and forth for sure. Obviously, they're playing a loose style. They got a lot of skill over there, and they've exploited us a few times off the rush. I thought our guys did a better job as the period went on, kind of getting back to our forecheck, and obviously that timely power play goal was key for us.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The Dante Fabro goal, first of all, he's got 8 goals, but he gets overshadowed offensively on that pairing by Zach Werenski, obviously. I would ask you, what does it mean when a guy like that gets a big goal? But you could just see it on the players' faces. I think, number one, they were relieved to finally get on the board. And number two, the fact that it happens to be a guy like that's a bonus.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we guys like to chip in, on that area of the ice. I mean, the guy, we picked him up this year. He's played with Yost for Nashville's organization for 3 years. I mean, he understands what his partner does and how important Zach is, and he does get overshadowed by a lot of the little things he does to pick up pieces defensively and to kind of calm that pairing down. And I mean, he's been fantastic for us, ever since he's been over here. He's kind of got a new light on his career, and he's done an exceptional job.
All right, just very quickly, third period, how do you close it out?
Just, the old cliches. We got to take care of the puck. I mean, they're pinching in hard on the strong side. Our wingers done a pretty good job getting it out past their pressure, past their pinches, and then just in the D zone, we got to close some plays down low and then some plays. You see how dynamic they are when they get rolling around the top of the zone, activating their D. So, got to take care of ourselves in our D zone, get pucks out in the neutral zone, and clamp down. But that doesn't mean we're not going to play aggressive either.
Scott, thank you very much. Good luck here in the third.
Thank you.
Scott Ford, Blue Jackets assistant coach. It's 2-0 Blue Jackets after 2 on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
You hear that crunch? It's not just any crunch. It's cheesy to the edge crust that only comes from a Jets Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed dough topped with premium mozzarella, the freshest ingredients, and ladled with Mama Jet's secret sauce. Then baked to perfection in steel pans born on Motor City lines. I bet you're real hungry now. Go ahead. Visit jetspizza.com for daily hot deals. Jets. Better because it has to be.
As the official security partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets, the local team here at Vector Security is committed to protecting homes and businesses throughout Central Ohio. We live here. Our families eat, shop, and go to school and church in our communities. So we have a vested interest in keeping the homes and businesses of our neighbors safe and secure. Visit vectorsecurity.com/CBJ for a free security assessment that will address your unique needs. That's vectorsecurity.com/CBJ.
At Worthington Steel, we are proud to make products the world uses every day. Stronger, better performing, and more durable. The steel we process goes into everything from cars, electric and hybrid vehicles, to buildings and more. We transform steel, we lightweight it, we electrify it. Together, we are driving the metals industry into a sustainable future. We're proud of what we do, and we've been proud to call Columbus home for 70 years. Go Jackets!
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the second intermission report. Here's Dylan Tyre to recap the second period scoring.
We are through 40 minutes at the Wells Fargo Center, and the Blue Jackets are up on top of the Flyers 2-0 in a must-win hockey game. Right now, I'm joined by Jackets insider Jeff Svoboda. He's live in Philly. Jeff, the Blue Jackets scored 2 big ones in the second. Dante Fabro's 8th of the year. Then towards the end of period 2, Kent Johnson's 24th of the season. It came on the power play. Key goals for the Blue Jackets, but I want to talk about their goaltender, Jet Greaves, yet again calming things down for the Blue Jackets. What have you liked about his game in this one?
Yeah, as you said, calm is just what really stands out about his game. No matter what's going on around him, he's never scrambling. He's always able to anticipate the play, get big, get in position, and it helps so much when you're making saves. Because in the NHL, if you're having to make kind of crazy reaction saves, the puck's going to go in the net at some point. When you're strong positionally and you're where you need to be, you make it look easy, and Jed has done that. And then you throw in the ability he has with his glove. I mean, that glove save on Konechny late in the period was really impressive. He just makes that look so easy as well. And, teams can feed off of that calmness, and I think we've seen the Jackets do that over this last little stretch. Jets given up just 1 goal in the last 10 periods. I don't want to be a jinx, but that's pretty darn good. And the other thing that stands out about him is he has such a good sense of timing. His ability to know, how much time he has to make a play, how much time he has to make a save, when to freeze the puck, when to keep it going. Just really impressive. This guy, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he knows how to play the position, and that can go a long way.
A couple of big shots in that period. Dante Fabro with the slap shot made it 1-0. Ken Johnson with the one-timer set up nicely by Sean Monahan made it 2-0. What'd you like about the offense in that second period? What do you think the Blue Jackets did well?
Yeah, it was funny. There wasn't a ton of chances, I thought, for either team really there in the first period. And the second period starts, and I think both teams probably felt like they got some pretty good looks. The Jackets able to capitalize on theirs. And just so important to play this game from ahead, especially needing to win in regulation. If you're in a situation where you have to come back, it almost feels like an extra goal on the board for the other team. So really important for the Blue Jackets to get on the board there. They came out in the start of the second period, really peppered the Flyers at the beginning of that frame, get the goal to go ahead 1-0. But that power play goal is huge. And what's funny is that play that leads to the power play, it's interference, and it's one of those plays that has now almost become normalized in the game where they never call it. When the forward chips the puck past the defenseman and the defenseman gets in his way, it feels like they never call that anymore. They called it right there. I think it was the right call. The Jackets take advantage on the power play. And that extra cushion right there is really big. This Flyers team, though, has scored a lot of goals in the last couple games. You can't count them out, but the Jackets just keep doing what they're doing, tighten it up a little bit defensively, and let's put some pressure on the Montreal Canadiens, right?
Yeah, you're right about that. The last thing here, really, really quick, Jeff. You said it. They're playing with a lead right now, and the Blue Jackets have to win this game in regulation. How do you keep the lead here in this third period and get it done in the 60 minutes?
Yeah, well, it helps to have Jet. As I said, just one goal allowed in the last 10 periods. But you have to play smart here. You know what's at stake. You don't have to take any unnecessary chances. You've got the lead. This team, I think, has gotten better defensively these last couple games as the season has gone on. Play smart. Do what you have to do. You don't want to get in that quarter or three-quarter ice game where you're just dumping it out. Play confidently, but don't take any unnecessary risks, and let's take this one home.
All right, I'm with you. Jeff Svoboda, Jackets Insider, joining us from Philly. Right now it's the Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers nothing. Jeff, thanks very much.
Thank you, Dylan. Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll be back to go over the scoring summary from that second period next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Here are 5 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1. Choose the games you just gotta see. 2. Plans start at just 11 games. 3. Flexible payment plans. 4. Bonus tickets for friends and family. And 5. A ticket trade program for games you can't make. The time to act is now. Visit BlueJackets.com/tickets.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove. Not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Dylan Tyre back with you on the second intermission report. Through 40 minutes in Philly, the Blue Jackets have a key 2-0 lead over the Flyers. Dante Fabro started the scoring in the second period with a big slap shot, his 8th of the season.
Here's Fabro now. Big shot, and he scores! Dante Fabro, lock and load! And the Blue Jackets break the 0-0 tie. They're leading 1-0.
A key goal, giving the Blue Jackets a 1-0 lead 2 minutes and 32 seconds in. Then with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left, it was Kent Johnson on the power play.
Blue Jackets 0 for 1 on the power play. They get their second AEP power play of the game right now. They've got the puck and they take a shot and they score! KJ all day! Kent Johnson low to the ice through the pads of Sam Ersson. And the Blue Jackets, with the power play, lead 2-0.
2 key goals for the Blue Jackets, who lead it 2-0 going to the third period. Remember, they have to win this game in regulation to keep their playoff hopes alive. Their goaltender, Jet Greaves, has been solid, 21 saves on 21 Flyers shots. Those shot totals are a puck and player tracking stat brought to you by BBI Logistics. We'll be back to look at the nationwide NHL scoreboard next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
From the roots of Motown and R&B.
Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
To the groovy rhythms of the 70s. Music icon Smokey Robinson is delivering his very own channel of 60s and 70s soul hits and stories of his career.
Hey, it's Smokey Robinson. Music is my life.
Whether you're cruising or just vibing at home, let your soul shine with Smokey's Soul Town. Channel 74 and at home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 14th, 2010, the Philadelphia Flyers join an exclusive club, the hard way.
History made in Boston tonight. The Flyers defeat the Bruins 4-3. They are the third team in NHL history to come from behind after trailing a series 3-0.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. The Power Play with Steve Koulias.
General manager of the Winnipeg Jets, Kevin Cheveldayoff. What would finishing first overall mean to the organization, Kevin?
Well, I think anytime that you can finish in an area where you're getting recognized, it's special. But again, the important thing for us is process. Is when we buy into playing the way we need to play, then we feel comfortable that we'll win more games than not, and then you let the chips fall where they may.
The Power Play, weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app. Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the Great One Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. The second intermission report continues with a look at other scores around the National Hockey League. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
The Blue Jackets got to win tonight's game in Philly in regulation, and they've got themselves a 2-0 lead after 2 periods. Goals from Dante Fabro and Kent Johnson are the difference right now. In Boston, the Bruins are getting beat by the Devils 4-3. Then the Buffalo Sabres trail the Toronto Maple Leafs 1-0. It's a 3-3 tie in Ottawa between the Blackhawks and the Senators. Then at Amalie Arena, the Lightning leads the Panthers 4-1 halfway through the second. 8:36 to go in the second period on Long Island. It's the Caps 2 and the Islanders 0. Then in St. Louis, the Blues are beaten up on the Utah Hockey Club 3-0. Finally, at XL Energy Center, it's a 1-1 tie after a period between the Wild and the Anaheim Ducks. With the Blue Jackets up a pair, let's take a peek at our live odds brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, must be 21 plus. The Blue Jackets are big-time favorites to win this game outright on the money line at minus 1,700. They're minus 125 to cover a 2.5-goal puck line, and the live over-under sits at 4.5 goals. Remember, the Blue Jackets have to get this one done in regulation to keep their playoff hopes alive, so it all comes down to this final 20 minutes. It's the Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers 0. Bob McElligot's got the third next on the Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Elk & Elk is committed to helping everyone, including those who protect us. That's why we're proud to be the presenting partner of Military Salutes. We celebrate our nation's military members and thank them for their service. Elk & Elk, official partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
It all started with a simple cheese coney in 1949. Safe to say, we all fell in love with Skyline chili. Before long, Skylines were popping up all over the place. Now, everywhere you go, Skyline is there too. And who says you can't take it with you? You can even have it shipped from Amazon to Amazon, Montana, or anywhere else in the U.S. Thanks to Skyline lovers everywhere for 75 delicious years.
Hey parents, if you're interested in getting your child started in hockey, listen up. The Blue Jackets Get Out and Learn program presented by Safelite in association with Apex Pros introduces first-time participants ages 5 to 9 to the sport of hockey for free. Each participant gets 30 minutes of instruction, a free stick and a ball, jersey or t-shirt to keep. Register for an ice or street hockey clinic now at bluejackets.com/goal. That's bluejackets.com/goal.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit bluejackets.com/powerplaychallenge.
The Blue Jackets are ready to start the third period. Once again, here's Bob McElligott.
2-0 lead for the Blue Jackets over the Philadelphia Flyers. Shots on goal second period favored the Blue Jackets 14-12. Now through 2 periods, Blue Jackets are out shooting Philadelphia 23-21. Blue Jackets had 2 power play chances in the second period. They went 1 for 2. That's what they are in the game. Flyers didn't have any in the second period. They are 0 for 2 in this game. We head to period number 3, which is brought to you by Moo Moo Express Car Wash. Do you moo? The CBJ do. Blue Jackets skating from left to right. And I have no idea what we're going to see in the third period of this game, because this game is all over the map. But the Blue Jackets have the 2-goal advantage. That's the important part right now. Dante Fabro picks up his 8th of the year at even strength. Kent Johnson is 24th of the year on the power play. Both those goals presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Sean Monahan to take the face-off against Noah Cates. Puck is down. Monahan wins it. Zach Werenski finds Boone Jenner, and Jenner will get it deep. Cates is the first guy back for the Flyers. He sends it around the boards and all the way down the ice. And it's an early icing call just 13 seconds in. From the Blue Jackets, this is the way I play the entire period. Slow, whistle, whistle, whistle. Slow it down. Flyers want to play 100 miles an hour, trying to face off against one another in the left wing circle of the Flyers end. This one, they blow the whistle. They leave both combatants in. Monahan wins it. Quick shot taken by Marchenko. Just went off the stick and missed the net. Now the Flyers, Travis Sanheim plays that puck up the ice. Bobby Brink had it, and then he coughs it up to Kirill Marchenko. Marchenko goes back into his own end, gives to Fabro up the right side, tipped in deep by Jenner. The Blue Jackets will immediately make a change. Flyers have the puck. Travis Sanheim tries to send it straight ahead. It went off a Blue Jacket stick, but it did eventually get through. Now it's dumped into the Blue Jacket zone. Provorov can't get it, and now the Flyers can't hold it. It's cleared back out to center red. Drysdale goes back into his own zone for the Flyers, plays it up the right wing boards, off the stick of Michkov, and right to Ivan Provorov, who plays it off the stick of Kent Johnson. Goes in on the goaltender Ersson, and because of the pressure being applied by James Van Riemsdyk, Sam Ersson has to cover that puck and hold on. Face-off will be in the right wing circle. Oh, take that back. They're going to put it in the left wing circle. And it looks like Voronkov is going to take the face-off. And Voronkov gets tied up. The puck comes toward the blue line. Goodbranson gets it, finds Sillinger, tries to get it across to Olivier. Broken up. Jordan Harris now feeds Matthew Olivier behind the net. Wraparound try. That's stopped. Puck to the near wall. Jordan Harris has it. Trades it off for Cole Sillinger. Sends it down along the end boards. Voronkov trying to shrug off a check. Fighting to try to maintain control of the puck, and he got it to Jordan Harris. Back to Cole Sillinger on the right wing side. Slides it down along the goal line to Voronkov, and he gets it in front. Olivier bangs away at it, and it is covered by Ersson. That is a great shift by Dmitry Voronkov all the way around, really. He used his size the entire way to get that puck to Olivier in the crease. He just used his backside to stick it out and bump the defender off of him. Philly couldn't do anything, and that's what he needs to do more often. That was just a great shift for him. You want to see him play with that kind of size every night, and that's why I think that line's good for him with Olivier and Sillinger, because it's a no-nonsense line. There's very little finesse. Fabro gets the puck on a drop from Werenski. He tried to give it back to Zach. It got broken up, and it comes right back to Dante's stick. And as he puts it around the boards, Owen Tippett is there, and then Tippett lost control. Jenner trying to get to it, but what do we have, a hand pass called here? Oh, the net's off. That'll do it. So the reset in the left wing circle for another face-off here. Well, it's time for you to upgrade your Blue Jackets attire. You can do that with the latest, greatest merchandise from the Blue Line. Check out the full line of apparel. It's available online at thebluelineonline.com and in-store at the Blue Line at Nationwide Arena or the Blue Line at FLYERS Fashion Place. Monahan take the face-off against Ryan Poehling. And this is controlled by the Blue Jackets. Werenski from the left wing circle with a shot, and it got blocked. Rebound comes right to the Flyers, but they try to make a pass in the neutral zone, and Marchenko takes it away. Gets it ahead to Monahan, right back over to Jenner, who flips it along the end boards and goes chasing. Nick Seeler is there first for Philadelphia, and the puck goes off his skate. The left wing boards, Boone-Jenner just trying to will himself to that puck. Finally, the Flyers are able to skate with it. They send it ahead, and it's an icing call. I love what Zach Werenski did just right there. Garnet Hathaway has a half stride on him, and Zach just lays back there where he is, and then the Flyers fire that puck down the ice, and Zach just simply steps in front of him, takes a big stride, and it's an automatic icing. Like he was playing possum and just sucking him in there. Yeah, you can hit this guy. Go ahead, take the long pass and hit. Oh, yeah, he'll get it off the boards. No, he won't. Shut it right down. Face-off won by the Blue Jackets. Matejchuk takes a shot. Oh, that one just sailed wide to the right. Flyers get it out to the neutral zone, settled down by Provorov inside of his own blue line. Over to Matejchuk. Sends it ahead. That one's angled in by Justin Danforth. Comes off the end board. Zach Aston-Reese got a stick on that. The Flyers power through. And Nicholas Deslauriers will lift this one back into the Blue Jacket zone. Here come the Flyers. The aggressive forecheck once again. Puck up the left side. Zach Aston-Reese tried to tip it in. Hit the official and went into the bench. These linesmen are having a night. They can't get out of the way of most anything. One got hit on the boards earlier when he was trying to jump up on top of the boards. He got hit. Kent Johnson spun out because puck hit a linesman in front of the penalty boxes in the second period. This guy can't get out of the way. One of those nights. Deer in the headlight night for the linesman. Flyers pull the puck back into their own zone, and Jamie Drysdale will lift it out to center ice. Pulled in by Jordan Harris. His pass went off the Flyers' stick. That will allow Philadelphia to set up at their own blue line for a moment, and then a great stick check by Adam Fantilli to knock it loose, and JVR will get it down into the right wing corner. JVR goes chasing for it. He can't get it on his stick. Flyers again will dump it down the ice. Same result, icing. 16:43 to go here in the third. This is exactly what I ordered. Slow it down. Get it to be choppy, and boring, and just like you're skating in mud. If you can do that, you can get what you're looking for here tonight. The 2 points you most desperately need. Now the Flyers try to clear the puck. Goes off the glass and then into the bench. And another face-off inside of their zone is coming up. Montreal is off tonight. They take on the Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow. So yes, I'll be a Hurricanes fan. First time, only time, maybe. I don't know, maybe not only time, but for tomorrow for sure. Puck is out to the neutral zone by the Flyers. They almost lost it. They get it back. Noah Cates puts it into the Blue Jacket zone. Zach Werenski gets there. Gets put it to the boards by Sanheim. And now the puck is thrown out in front of the Blue Jackets net. But the Flyers, again, can't get a stick on it. Voronkov breaks up a pass. Fabro took the puck, then he loses it. Here's a chance for Forster, and he's stopped by Jet Greaves. Follow-up chance, and yet another stop. As Greaves will cover it up. 2 for the price of 1 right there for Jet Greaves. And he keeps this a 2-0 Blue Jackets lead in the third period. Oh, they don't want to put him in this spot. And they did, but there he was, doing what he needed to do. Now Monahan will face off against Couturier. Monahan wins it. That's a great face-off win. Matejchuk gets the puck, got it to Marchenko. Back to Provorov and up the ice off the stick of Monahan and into the Flyers zone. And Ersson is going to be forced to cover for another draw. Well, if the Blue Jackets can do the work they need to do here, and if the Hurricanes can finish their season with a win tomorrow, that would make Thursday night at Nationwide Arena quite a night. Would make it win in your in night. So much time between now and then, though. See what happens. And here comes, including in this game. Flyers back into the Blue Jacket zone. Travis Sanheim takes a pass from Travis Konechny. Got it back to Konechny and tried to put it in front. It goes off a stick, and the Blue Jackets have it. They'll skate it out. Monahan gives to Marchenko. Brings it over the blue line and sends it deep. Sanheim gets it over to Konechny. You know, this game is the old catch-22 type thing, right? It's only a 2-goal lead, so Philadelphia gets a goal, like they're right back in it. So you don't want to quit playing offense as Justin Danforth fires a shot from the left wing side and Ersson catches it and holds on. You don't want to quit playing offense, but yet you want to protect your lead. And because of the way the Flyers have been just all over the ice, going so fast here tonight, you just kind of, you can see what they're doing. They're getting to the red line, they're getting it deep. They're getting to the blue line, they're getting it deep. Not always trying to make that scoring pass play, but just trying to make the smart play. Here's a shot from Werenski off the draw, and that one deflects and hits the glass behind the net. Danforth pulls it down. Back out to Zach at the left point. Zach trying to create a shooting lane. He didn't. Shot got blocked, but Danforth is over to pick it up. He almost got horse-collared over the far corner. And now Werenski knocks down a clearing attempt. He throws it behind the net. Danforth is there, takes a hit from Cam York. Comes off that hit, gets back to the puck on the left wing boards. Circles around, takes a look. Drags it to the corner, continues to drag it, feeds it back out to Werenski. Right side, Goodbranson's over there. He'll take a shot. That one hits somebody in front, hit one of the Flyers actually. And now Philadelphia will clear it out to the neutral zone where Werenski will simply steal it back and rush it back in. And he takes a shot, and Ersson makes a glove save, and he holds on. Ersson's got to be shaking his head right now. Like, what are you guys doing? First of all, they're in the zone for a long time. Then you clear it out, and you clear it out for about a second and a half, and they've got it again, and they're bringing it right back in on me. So it's quite the conundrum for the Flyers here. Travis Konechny took a hit from Eric and Branson. Felt the effects of that hit. Flyers win the face-off in their own end. Send the puck back behind the net. Zamula will now walk it out. Looks to the left and missed his man. Missed him from 8 feet. Provorov will take it now. Puts it to Kent Johnson, left wing side. Johnson will just funnel it down to the end wall. Flyers come back in there and pick it up. And they play it out to the neutral zone. Hathaway had it stripped off his stick. And a big hit put on Kent Johnson. He was laid out by Garnett Hathaway. He's been waiting to hit somebody all night. Hathaway has. That's his game. You got Kent Johnson. Kent pops right back up onto his skates. No harm, no foul. And the Flyers will bring it back into the Blue Jacket zone. 13:45 to go in the third period. Provorov couldn't clear the zone. Flyers have the puck. Sealer back across in the high slot. Sanheim takes a shot. Save made. The rebound is picked up. A wraparound tried. It will not go. And Greaves was out of position, trying to lunge back to his left. And he got some help there from Provorov. Now another shot. This one misses the net. Voronkov gets to it. A great chop off the backhand to send it down the ice. And it does not go far enough for icing. 13:15 left. Regulation time. Blue Jackets lead 2-0. Travis Sanheim loses the puck in the neutral zone. Zach Werenski's got it. Brings it in. Creates a 2-on-1. And he holds. He tried to get it over to Olivier, and it missed. And now the Flyers will come back with an odd-man rush. Well, they really won't. The Blue Jackets got it to a 2-on-2, and Werenski came back into the play. And it's going to be simply flipped right back out. Zach Werenski is unbelievable. He's on the rush at one side, sees the turnover, he gets right back into the play, and then he just calmly flips the puck right out of the zone. It's ridiculous. It really is. Ridiculous in the best possible way, I tell you. Flyers again standing at their own blue line. Cam York. They'll send this one in. It goes behind the net. Greaves tried to play it, but it bounced over his stick. Now it'll be Marchenko on the far wall. He's got it. Puts it behind the net to Fabro. Dante will play it up to Boone Jenner. He gets it right around Cam York. Brings it into the right wing circle. Wanted to drag it to the net. York put the body on him. So Boone stops. He's still got that puck on his stick. And now just flip it down into the corner and let Monahan try to get it. Monahan takes it from Drysdale. Back to the right point. Fabro across to Provorov. Took a shot. Hit a stick. Dug out by Jenner, and he fires one. It hit a body. It trickles in on Ersson, who covers it up with 11:59 left to play in the third period. Blue Jackets 2 And the Flyers nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
I'm Katie Nolan, and I have a new podcast called Casuals. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Casuals is a twice-a-week hang with me and my friends from across comedy, sports, and entertainment, where we talk about all the funny, weird, interesting stuff happening in and around the world of sports. So whether you're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious, Casuals is the podcast for you. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the Great One Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Well, the Blue Jackets have done it again. What, you ask? Well, if you don't know by now, I just don't know what to tell you. I'll tell you what they've done, though. They scored twice, and every time they do, you get half price the next day at your local Jets Pizza. So Dante Fabro got one, Kent Johnson got the other, and that's good enough for half-price pizza tomorrow at Jets Pizza. Go to jetspizza.com tomorrow and use the promo code CBJ50, and when you do, you get that pizza at half price, courtesy of the Blue Jackets and Jets Pizza. Faceoff is in the Flyers' end. Monahan against Couturier. Couturier able to win it with the help of Matvei Michkov. Now it's Nick Seeler for Philadelphia, trying to exit the zone. He has to pass it across to Igor Zamula. Finds Michkov, drop it to Konechny. Trying to feed it back to Michkov. The Blue Jackets broke that up. Long shot from the center point, and that is stopped by Jet Greaves. And Kirill Marchenko will get this puck a little bit too far down the ice. It's an icing call against the Blue Jackets. With 11:36 to play here in the third period, the Blue Jackets holding a 2-goal lead. 2-0. They're up on Philadelphia. They're out shooting the Flyers 29-24. Monahan beats Couturier cleanly on the face-off here, but Fabro couldn't get the puck out of the zone. He'll get another chance, and he won't miss on this one. Flyers Nick Seeler back into his own end. Plays it up the left wing side for Matvei Michkov. Leaves it for Sanheim. Drop it to Konechny. Down to Michkov. Comes around behind the net. Throws it out in front. Went off the skate. Comes back to him. Now it's Konechny with a shot off the blocker of Jet. Seeler. Far side. And they angle it from the slot. Right in on Greaves. He makes a save. And Marchenko will clear it to the neutral zone. Fresh off the bench, Zach Aston Reese. He's got it. Throws it in front. Corrali with a shot that's stopped by Ersson. Oh, that could have been the nail in the coffin right there if that one would have gone in. That might have taken all the life out of the Flyers. Great setup there by Zach Aston Reese. The Flyers now have to set up in the neutral zone because they're going to be offside. Puck is played back into the Blue Jackets' end now. Provorov tried to clear it around Paling, and he couldn't. Corrali winds up with the puck. He takes a hit from behind, and the puck is dumped down the ice. It'll be an icing call. So Corrali, he was trying to take his time and make the play, and he had no idea he was being closed in on from behind. So now it'll be his job to win the faceoff against Ryan Paling. Nope, take that back. Danforth will take this faceoff. Danforth does win. Got it to Goodbranson, who can't get enough on it to get it out of the zone, but there's Corrali again. Neat little play. Tried to get it out. It hit his own teammate. Now he's got it again. Almost looked like he got hooked trying to carry it out of the zone. Anyway, he does get it down into the Flyers' end. Danforth steps around the defender. Goes to the end boards. He and Zach Aston Reese Aston-Reese tried to knock the puck away. It's cleared out to the neutral zone. This will work out perfectly because the Blue Jackets want to change. And they'll drag it back into their own end. We have just passed the halfway point of period number 3. Blue Jackets continue to lead in this game in Philadelphia by the score of 2-0. And here's a pass ahead off the stick of JVR. Flyers get it. They hustle it up the near side. Out to the neutral zone. Fabro's got it. He'll dump it back in. The Blue Jackets reset. But it's Philadelphia. Oh, they just gave it away to Fabro. He goes up the left side for Kent Johnson. Johnson get it in the air over the defense and then put it on the end boards back to the blue line. There's a shot by Fabro, and that one hit 2 bodies and wound up on the goalie. And Ersson makes a save. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Sam Ersson, this game might have been over a long time ago. Because the Blue Jackets very well could have at least 4 here. And here comes Delorier. Takes a shot that hits the side of the net. Fabro then chops it away from him on the rebound, and Fantilli is going to the penalty box. He just set the puck over the glass in the defensive zone with 9:05 remaining in the third period. Blue Jackets 2 and the Flyers nothing on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
We are endlessly committed to our clients. Our dedication can be felt every step of the way to a resolution that can change everything. We are there for every client, every day. Call Elk & Elk at 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through April 30th, get 5.25 APR financing on any new Camry. Or lease a Camry LE from just $299 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Jackets fans, when you play, kids win with the Blue Jackets 50-50 raffle presented by Kemba Financial Credit Union. One lucky fan will win 50% of the net proceeds from each raffle pot, with the remaining proceeds benefiting Blue Jackets Foundation outreach initiatives throughout the community. Purchase your raffle tickets at the next Jackets home game or online at BlueJackets5050.com. Again, that's BlueJackets5050.com.
The Blue Jackets, Greif, and Ohio Health have teamed up with Central Ohio Schools to bring the Power Play Challenge to 2nd through 5th grade classrooms. This free hockey-themed wellness program has helped reach over 57,000 kids in the fight against childhood obesity. To learn more, visit BlueJackets.com/PowerPlayChallenge. The Blue Jackets have teamed up with Grayson Clothiers to bring you a co-branded golf hat. Now, you can only get it by purchasing through a special ticket program, and you get either blue or white, so you get to make your choice. But you get that ticket package to see the Blue Jackets take on the Islanders on Thursday night. Get yours by going to BlueJackets.com/Grayson. Adam Fantilli's in the penalty box for delay of game. The Flyers are on the power play, 0 for 2 in this game. And I don't like this. Blue Jackets vector security penalty kill has got to be good again. And they lose the faceoff. Flyers have the puck connecting. Out to the blue line. And it is Bobby Brink. Back to Travis Konechny. Takes a look. Tries to get it between the circles. Blue Jackets knock it away, but not out of the zone. Long shot in on Greaves, and he makes the catch, and he holds on. Take it a little bit at a time here. In this case, 16 seconds at a time. That's how much has come off the clock. Monahan will take the draw against Couturier. Monahan wins it. Back to Goodbranson. He'll just wrap it around the boards and out. Goodbranson's so good at doing that on the penalty kill, getting that puck, rimming it around the boards. Now it's the Flyers over their own blue line. Konechny gives it to Couturier. Back to Konechny, and a good job by Provorov to get a stick in on him. Puck comes around to the near corner. Goodbranson is there. Couldn't clear it out. It got settled down by the Flyers, but now they're guilty of a hand pass. Now to bring the faceoff back out to the neutral zone. Still a minute and 16 seconds left in the power play here. Cole Sillinger going to get the face-off assignment as he's out with Matthew Olivier, Eric Goodbranson, and Ivan Provorov. Couturier, Michkov, Forster, Brink, Konechny. And Beachcomp has the puck. He goes back inside of his own blue line with it. Hits Bobby Brink. Brink brings it up the ice. Heads back toward the blue line and tried to make a pass, and Matthew Olivier angled back out to center red. Now connecting. Under a minute to go in this power play. Gives it to Brink. Back to Konechny and lets him rush it in. Played it to the blue line. They give it back to him. Send it around the boards, out of the reach of Couturier. And down the ice it goes. And you can hear the Boo Birds here. They're not happy with this power play. There's still 35 seconds left on it. Blue Jackets are well aware. Ryan Poehling, I think he's had a pretty strong game. He's been really noticeable, and here he comes. Up into the zone, but this time he just coughs it up. And Werenski will send it down the ice. 22 seconds left in the power play chance. Drysdale ahead for Cates. Able to hang on to it. Got it to Poehling. It's knocked off his stick. And Sean Monahan will fight his way up to the red line and force this one deep. That'll just about do it with a man advantage here for the Flyers. Zone Tippett carries up the ice. Tippett puts it on the left side. Fantilli out of the box, started loose. But the Flyers pick it right back up. They'll flip it down into the right wing corner. Drysdale, he put it there. He goes to get it. He had no idea where it was. His teammates did, though, and they get it. And it's Poehling. He's got it out to the high slot. Here comes a shot. Save made by Greaves. Puck to the far wall. Voronkov couldn't chop it out of the zone. It bounces toward Fantilli. Great job to take a hit and play it to Marchenko, and up the ice he comes. He's in on the right wing side. Marchenko holding, put it in front, and there's a score! Number 30 for number 19, Adam Fantilli directs it into the net, and the Blue Jackets now lead 3-0. What a pass by Marchenko. He just jammed it right to the front of the net. And Adam Fantilli, that's his 5th goal in the last 3 games. And as I said, that's the 30th of the year for him. Unbelievable. Where this kid was at the beginning of the year and where he is now, night and day. He was playing third-line center. He was learning to play defense. He was learning the NHL is what he was doing. And boy, did he learn his lessons. Icing call here against the Blue Jackets. He learned his lesson so well. Remember, if it wasn't for the play of Adam Fantilli when Sean Monahan went down with injury, this team wouldn't be in the position it is today. It just wouldn't. I can come up with a couple different scenarios like that, but that for sure is one. And it's a big one.
Adam Fantilli scores for Columbus.
Marchenko and Provorov get the assist.
His 30th goal of the season. The assist, Kirill Marchenko.
Adam Fantilli, I know he had an injury-shortened season last year, but he had 12 goals as a rookie. And now he's got 30. Here's Werenski shooting one behind the net. It comes out and right to the Flyers. Came out from behind, right to the Flyers. And it's Cam York with under 6 minutes to go. Gets it to Bobby Brink, tries to get it back to York. Noah Cates steps in, keeps it alive. Now he draws a crowd of 2. Corrali knocks that puck free and gets it outside the blue line. Now the Blue Jackets get it back. Corrali sends it softly toward the net. Comes off the stick of Emerson, the goaltender. And over to James Van Riemsdyk, who's out there. He plays it back around to the right wing side to Kent Johnson. Corrali was out there. Well, Fantilli's not out there right now because he had just came out and played that shift after he served the penalty. Now he's out there. Dent Matejchuk at the blue line has the puck. And he's going to skate it around some pressure, gets to the right wing circle, no shooting lane. It's shut off right at the last second. So he holds the puck, gets it to Kent Johnson, who just sends it in off the blocker of Ersson. And with 5 minutes left, the Flyers cross the red line. Konechny sends it around behind the net and over to the far point, or to the near point rather, and that's where the Flyers get to, and they get the puck and they keep it in the zone. Konechny now across the blue line, trying to send it down low. It comes off the boards to the side of the net. Jet Greaves says, "I'll take that." And he holds on, and we've got a face-off coming. 4 minutes and 47 seconds remains here in the third period. And the Blue Jackets hold a 3-0 lead in Philadelphia on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Head down to the Arena District, your hockey headquarters. Catch some action on the ice at Nationwide Arena, or watch the game at one of the Arena District's 20 bars and restaurants. The Arena District is rocking nightly with live entertainment, awesome specials, and convenient parking. Live it up by coming early or staying late. The Arena District is the place to play, meet, eat, and celebrate. Get your game plan on at arenadistrict.com with a complete list of bars, restaurants, concerts, and game schedules. Go Jackets!
Toyota has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through April 30th, you can get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.75 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models with $1,693 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
4:47 left in regulation, and the Blue Jackets lead the Philadelphia Flyers 3-0 on the Nationwide NHL scoreboard. It's tied in Boston 4-4 between the Bruins and the Devils. At the KeyBank Center, the Maple Leafs are on top of the Sabres 1-0. Then in Ottawa, it's a 3-3 tie between the Senators and the Blackhawks. The Lightning is beating the Panthers 4-1 on Long Island. The Capitals lead the Islanders 2-0. Then in St. Louis, it's the Blues over the Utah Hockey Club 4-1. Minnesota and the Ducks tied at 1 goal apiece. Then early on in Calgary, the Vegas Golden Knights have a 1-0 lead over the Flames. Again, here is Bob McElligott.
Flyers trying to come out of their own zone. They hand the puck off, though, to Kirill Marchenko, who takes a shot. It deflects off his stick and goes over the glass. 4:27 left here in the third. This game has been a wild one. It's been a weird one. It's been... the Blue Jackets will tell you they didn't play the whole thing the way they wanted to by any means. First period, they certainly didn't. They got their first goal in the second period from Dante Fabro. Kent Johnson got the one late, the second on the power play. Now Adam Fantilli picking up his 30th of the year. Here in the third period, all of those goals presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. The Blue Jackets are 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from doing what they need to do. They need to win. Trying to win their fifth straight here tonight. They take the puck and they play it down into the near corner of the Philadelphia zone. And if they can win this one, then they need Carolina to win one tomorrow, and then the Blue Jackets would only have to win one more. And then the reward would be to play more games in the postseason. Blue Jackets are offside. Matthew Olivier got trapped in the zone. He saw the turnover at the blue line, and he saw that Cole Sillinger was going to be able to get the puck, but he just couldn't get his body to lurch back the other way to the blue line. He tried. Law of physics, I guess. Danforth will take the draw. And the Flyers win the face-off. The Flyers send it up the left side. And they can't bring it in over the blue line. Well, Philadelphia wanted to be a spoiler here tonight. They wanted to spoil this great run for the Blue Jackets, and they could have done it just by winning the game. And now Greaves tried to play the puck away from behind the net, and he gave it away. And somehow as Philadelphia tries to put it to the net, he still is able to make the save. It's like there's a force field around him tonight. Everything gets close, but never close enough. The Blue Jackets trying to shoot the puck from the left wing boards. Zach Aston-Reese kind of fanned on that shot. That allows the Flyers to bring it back up the ice and get it into the Blue Jacket zone. Goodbranson finds Corrali, and he'll throw it into open ice on the left wing side. And it's going to be batted at. The Flyers do get it. Delaurier up the left wing side. Cross ice dump it to the right wing corner. Matejchuk pulls it off the boards. and clears it off a glove, and it goes into the bench of the Blue Jackets. And the puck will stay inside of the Blue Jacket zone with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left. Well, the Flyers will have much to do in the offseason. First of all, they have to find a head coach. Is it going to be Bradshaw? He is the interim head coach right now, having taken over for John Tortorella when he was fired a couple of weeks ago. Will they bring in somebody else? That'll be one of the first things they have to do, and they're in the lottery conversation, obviously. This is the first year I haven't had to talk about the lottery in forever, and thank God is all I can say about that. I'm so sick of the lottery. Like, Mega Millions, I'll talk about that all day long. Powerball, I'll talk about that. NHL Draft Lottery, I'm so tired of talking about that. The Blue Jackets have benefited from the picks that they've made, even, when they haven't gotten that top pick, but they have benefited. There's no doubt. I look at Adam Fantilli getting his 30th goal of the year in this game. I mean, they benefited. Kent Johnson picks up his 24th of the year here tonight. 5th overall pick in the draft. They say you got to be bad to be good, and the Blue Jackets certainly were bad, and now there are signs that they are turning to be good. There's another guy, Dent Matejchuk, taken in the 12th overall pick. So that's not top 5, not top 10, but I'll tell you, where would this team be without his play? Not where they're sitting right now. Can almost guarantee you that. Ivan Provorov gets the puck out to the neutral zone. Flyers get it on a turnover, and then Fantilli steals it back. Finds Johnson on the left wing side. Tries to drag it around him, and he does. It takes a shot. Harrison made the save, and JVR had a chance to put the rebound back on him, but he just shot it wide off the backhand. Flyers Sean Couturier up the near side. Couldn't play it. Flyers have one more game left in their season schedule. They've got to go to Buffalo for a game on Thursday. Sure, they're looking forward to that. The way they're playing right now, they just can't wait for this thing to end. Not the game, just the entire season. And they had so much energy, but here we are in the final minute. They're down 3-0. And their last home game is, again, the ones that are left here tonight, there's not that many. The ones that are left here showing their displeasure for what they've seen this year. So, as I said, Keith Jones, who's the president of this team, Danielle Briere, the general manager, they got a lot of work to do, and I know they're going to go right to it. I saw Keith Jones before the game here tonight. Always a class act. And I do think that he didn't want his team to lose tonight, but I think he'd be happy to see the Blue Jackets in the postseason. Puck is sent down the ice. Flyers are going to get it. They shoot, and Jet Greaves gets a piece of that one. As Owen Tippett tried to get the Flyers on the board, he couldn't do it. And I'm telling you what, for the second time in 3 games, Jet Greaves, the NHL's #1 star of the week for last week, starts this week with a shutout. The horn sounds here in Philadelphia, and the Blue Jackets have shut out the Flyers. Again, their job is done. They win the game. And now their hopes rest on the Carolina Hurricanes, who play the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow. 2 points separate the Blue Jackets and the Canadiens. If the Blue Jackets keep that at 2 points, if it stays at 2 points before Thursday, the Blue Jackets will just need a regulation win to earn a berth in the Stanley Cup playoffs and take on the Washington Capitals in the first round. There's still ifs, ands, and buts. But that list is a heck of a lot shorter than it was a week ago. The Blue Jackets have won 5 straight. Jet Greaves has come in and provided a real spark for this club. And they're rolling. What can I say? They're rolling. And they have one more left to play in the regular season, regardless of whether it's for all the marbles to go to the playoffs or not. They'll be at home on Thursday night to take on the New York Islanders and a 7 o'clock start. Pre-game coverage will start at 6:30 on Thursday. And tomorrow I'll be good until about 6:55. And then I sit down to watch that Montreal game. Well, I might watch it, I might not watch it, I don't know. Yesterday I listened. Every time I listened, Montreal scored. I stopped listening. Chicago got back into the lead. So I don't know what to do, but what can you do? You can just hope that the Carolina Hurricanes get it done and give the Blue Jackets a chance to win and get in on Thursday night. Once again, the final here in Philly. Blue Jackets 3 and the Flyers nothing. Bob McElligott saying so long from Philadelphia. Talk to you Thursday night from Nationwide Arena. Actually, talk to you tomorrow night. The Inside Edge, Jody Shelley and I have it for you at 7 o'clock on 97.1 The Fan and on the Blue Jackets app. So I'll talk to you then. Dylan Tyre's got the postgame show next on the Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
Need to tackle your next big project? Choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And with our one-stop rental shop, you get top-notch equipment with a long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or a major build, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit ohiocat.com to explore our equipment options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Bread Financial is proud to be the official financial services partner of your Columbus Blue Jackets. They provide simple, personalized payment, lending, and savings solutions. From the Bread Cashback American Express credit card to high-yield savings and CDs to buy now, make that score now, pay later options, you'll find financial solutions for your budget and your goals, hockey or otherwise. Learn more at breadfinancial.com. And let's go Blue Jackets.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota. Now through April 30th, get 5.25 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.99 on RAV4 Hybrid. Excludes plug-ins. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $349 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's time for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dylan Tire.
5 straight wins for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They shut out the Philadelphia Flyers tonight, 3-0 at the Wells Fargo Center, and their playoff hopes remain alive. The Blue Jackets need the Montreal Canadiens to lose in regulation to the Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow. Then it's all up to the Blue Jackets on Thursday. They'll need another regulation win against the Islanders, and they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yes, the Blue Jackets, against really all odds, have given themselves a chance here. 3-0 tonight. Jet Greaves earns his second shutout in the last 3 games. He delivers 29 saves, and the Blue Jackets improve to 39, 33, and 9 on the season. So much to love about this one. It was 0-0 after the first period. Then the Blue Jackets scored twice in the second. Once early from Dante Fabro, then once late on the power play. It was Kent Johnson picking up his 24th goal of the season. The Blue Jackets needed a little bit of insurance in the third period, and that is exactly what they got from Adam Fantilli. At 13:26, he picked up his 30th goal of the season. He becomes just the second Blue Jacket ever in their second NHL season to score 30 goals. The other, Rick Nash. That made it 3-0, and the Blue Jackets would finish it off from there. Again, 29 saves in net for Jet Greaves. He has been dynamite for the Blue Jackets. He's helped him pick up 5 consecutive victories. Elvis Merzlikins in the first game, and Jet Greaves in the last 4, as the Blue Jackets have won 5 consecutive games to keep their Stanley Cup playoff hopes alive. Don't forget, when the Jackets win, you win. Follow the Blue Jackets official X account and look for the Tim Hortons We Win, You Win post after every Blue Jackets win. You can show that post at any participating Central Ohio Tim Hortons the next day, and you receive a free medium hot or iced coffee.